my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and this is the new moon reading in Taurus, and it's on the 6th of May. I'm recording it now, but so I forget where I am. Yeah, it's the 18th of April at the moment today, and I think it was the 15th on 15th on Friday that the shadow phase in Mercury retrograde started, and already I had problems with PayPal, and so you know, the Mercury retrograde can affect the computers and anything technical really, anything to do with communication. So I do apologize about that, but luckily it went through. For those that had readings, it did go through, so my apologies about that. What did I want to say? I just want to say about my readings at the moment, I can only offer video readings. I don't do Skype, nothing like that at the moment, because except for people that, you know, around me, obviously they have one-to-one sessions, but it's hard to fit everything in. So, but yeah, they're video readings. They're like this. The 30-minute reading, really you can only ask 1-2 questions. It's hard for me to do 30-minute readings, so we can only cover a little bit really, and then your hour reading, it's more in depth and you get more information and more understanding about what's happening for you. The choice is yours. I won't go into that at the moment. So yeah, we're the Taurus new moon, and like I said in the May reading, I went into it a bit more into that, so I don't want to go too much into it, but you know, it's around stability, and there is a retrograde in Mercury. There is Mercury retrograde in Taurus, and the new moon is in Taurus, so double sort of whammy. But you know, check your astrologers, they know more about that than me. I'm just focused on the love reading and what it's going to mean to us sort of on a collective level. That's what I tend to tap into, and then give us some heads up as to how we can navigate the energies really. So let's go into it. Is that everything I wanted to say this time? Yeah, I'm doing this now, and we're coming up to the full moon in Scorpio, and I'm feeling the energies already, so it's very intense, the Scorpio one. But let's see what comes up. So let's continue. Excuse me. Let's continue with these ones. Can you see me? Yeah. Just want to continue with these ones at the moment to get the reading going. So what is the dynamics that's going on a collective level? It's around stability, the Taurus is. If I had to do one word, it would be that. You know, Venus is its ruler, which is about quality, not quantity, quality, you know, beauty, like good things, and abundance, and they're very earthly archetype, and but the reverse side of it, you know, they make good friends, things like that. And but it's in what house it's in for you really. Like mine's in my 10th house, so it would be affecting my work and goals. So but that will have effect on my love relationships, so it just depends really. But the other side of the archetype, the shadow side, is stubbornness, inflexibility. So we've got to look at that in our love lives. You know, where are we being stubborn? Like the bull, is it the bull with Taurus? Yeah, you know, where are we being stubborn in our relationships? And we've always got to check ourselves. You know, I know we don't want to look at ourselves sometimes, but we have to. So let's take a look, see what's going on. I just want to say a big welcome to my new subscribers, and a big thank you to my loyal ones, the ones that have stayed with me from day one. You know, not every reading's going to resonate with you, and if something doesn't happen out of a reading, they are general readings, you know, and at the end of the day we have to play our part in them for anything to manifest. So you know, and timing is really difficult where love's concerned, when it's two people and two people's egos. That's why we get the Mercury retrograde, is, you know, to try and slow people down so they recognize and notice something, so that they can then maybe make a different choice for themselves. And that's all it is really. And then to get people on the right path, so that they can meet. It's not that our guides excuse me, they don't want to not answer our prayers, they do, but it's just really difficult when there's two people involved, and you know, in synchronicity and the timing and of everything. So we have to trust in the divine timing. And I think one of the readings was about patience. You know, sometimes you have to work out whether you've waited long enough and you need to move on, and other times, you know, you just need to be patient and wait. So it will vary with different people in different ways. But yeah, I've just noticed my candle, and I don't know if you can see, but there is an actual heart shape on there. So, and I didn't buy it for that, but a heart shape has actually come up. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, the heart is there in the middle. I can't see, the light is on me at the moment, but it's, oh my god, it smells delicious. It's what is it, mango and papaya or something like that, I don't know, but yeah, so I brought it out and thought I'd put a different cloth out, but it's very it's silky, so it's ruffling up. Anyway, let's get back to the reading. And then I've got my books, you see, because I'm a storyteller and the books tell a story. So I found this in a charity shop. I get most of my stuff from there, and I just think it would be nice to put on the table. So I've got that. And then my name, I got Jeanette, my son, and his partner brought me that when they went to America. So yeah, I like that. So I thought I'd put it out. So right, let's get back to the reading. I'm waffling. Right, so the dynamics concerning the relationships patterns is number 17, and that's the ancestral problem. So you know, this is unconscious again. It's interesting that most of the ones that come up are the unconscious ones, because we have got other ones in here that's about relationships, being a victim, all that sort of thing. So it's interesting that most of the time the unconscious comes up, and that's the whole point of the Mercury retrograde, is to get something that's unconscious to become conscious within us, so that we can see it. 1 and 7 is 8, so you know, that's the affinity number, the abundance number. But what's happening is we need to heal our ancestral karma, you see, because it's creating a problem. And number 17 is the star card in the normal tarot, which is about following your soul purpose, your soul contract. You know, it's about hope, a fresh beginning. It's very much a healing card, is the star card in the normal tarot. Lots of healing and deep healing. So as you can see, or I hope you can see, it's like what do you call them, a what's it belt, a conveyor belt. or their stairs. It doesn't matter which, but you know, we've got a little person down here, and then we've got taller people, and then, but they're carrying what I call, it looks like blocks. So they're carrying the weight from your, you know, your DNA from grandparents and their parents, and we're carrying all that weight on our shoulders, really. And it's a burden, and it's become a burden. So we've got to let go. We've got to heal these ancestral patterns, you know, these fated legacies that we've come in with. And I know mine is definitely this is big time in my soul contract. You know, it's the healing of my fated legacy, and it's on the women's side. It's about the feminine and the patterns that's been passed down from my grandmother to my mother to me, to my daughter, and I'm hoping it doesn't go down to my grandchildren. So this is what I've been working with really, really deeply on a deep level. So, you know, we've got to change. We've got to change our thought patterns. We've got to change the way we do things. It goes back to that Aquarius reading about the new concept. You know, we can't hang on to baggage from the past anymore, and we can't repeat history. It's got to be broken, and it's got to be broken now, because that's on a collective level. That's what the universe is asking. You know, it's all down to self-worth, self-esteem, and working on those patterns, really. So what would be the healing? What's the healing needed to work on this, please, Spirit? Choice. Right. So there's a choice to be made, and I was saying about a choice just a minute ago. You know, whether you choose to be patient or whether you choose to take another path. And this is the healing 5, 6, 7. So 7 is about choosing the right path for yourself. See, it's well, it's more than a crossroad. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I'm sort of I watched a film, and it was all roads lead to Rome. So it's a bit like that. I don't think there is a wrong road as such, even though this is just, that road would awaken you anyway. So but you know, we're wanting to make better choices for ourselves compared to our ancestors, you see. Compared to our ancestors, where love's concerned, you know, we don't want to repeat those same patterns, and we want to make better choices for ourselves. And this is the healing. It's about choosing wisely, because if you go this way, you know, it's barren. It's barren. That's like burnt out, and it's dark and cloudy and dingy. And then this path is, you know, it's got greenery and growth, and, you know, so the only reason we would take this path, because you can see the colours are the same, is if we can't let go of these patterns, really. These fated patterns of not feeling good enough, not worthy, perfectionist, and basically carrying, because you know what the pattern is. If you look to your parents and look to their parents, and then that pattern will show itself. It will be different for everybody, but you'll be able to see it. And the healing is about making a choice. It's about making a choice for the right path, where your love life's concerned. So, you know, big time at the moment. it really feels like it's really important. And then the gift we get, like choosing wisely, you see, the gift we get, or the grace, the gift of grace, or the gift is innocence again. I think that was in the May one. Yeah, the May one. So the grace card is innocence, you see, like I said in the other one, so I won't go into it too much. But then some people don't watch all of the videos, so I have to talk about it a bit, even though, you know, you've probably heard it. So, and it's interesting that it is for May as well, so it's literally 6 days later, so it's not surprising that it's here. You know, the bird is free, the bird's not in the cage, it was the people in the cage. So we entrap ourselves, you see, we entrap ourselves with these negative thought patterns, these what's the, you know, sayings around all men are this, all women are this, or you know, what are those old sort of sayings that are passed down from one generation to another? But this is what it is, basically, that things that have been passed down from one generation to another, and it's keeping you stuck. It's keeping you stuck and not able to feel free, and you won't go beyond your parents' expectations of what love was for them. You know, in the olden days they used to marry for security, and Taurus is about stability, but you know, they used to marry for security. We have so many choices today, you know. You don't, I know some places they still do, don't get me wrong, I'm not doing that, I'm not generalizing, as in, it's, you know, it's just that some people do have a choice, but you need to make a conscious choice of where you want to go, which path you want to go, and then you'll experience, you know, get back to your innocence of you know, childhood, and you're free, basically. So it is about making a conscious choice rather than an unconscious one. So that's like being really, really aware. But of course, like someone said to me, well, how can you be aware of something until it's made aware to you, which is what the Mercury retrograde is all about, really. But that's the gift you get. So it's about choosing. The other cards will tell us a bit more. So let's have a look. Normally I've got my thingy there, so I don't know where to put them. So let's use these cards first for a change. This is the Telema cards. What are the most important messages, please, for this new moon in Taurus? And is it the hummingbird? I brought the hummingbird out. The hummingbird, I think that's connected to the King of Cups, which is somebody who's very emotionally mature, you know, which is what we're all wanting, is somebody who's, you know, not suppressed their emotions, they've done their healing, or is willing, you know, they've just started out on that new path, they're willing to look now at their ancestral patterns of, you know, things like men don't cry. You know, that's definitely my age group, is men don't cry, it's a weakness. Well, that's a load of rubbish. It's not. It's, you can't have intimacy without vulnerability. So men do need to start crying, and crying freely in front of their partners or people that they're, you know, that they're going to consider a relationship with. And really, you know, you need to be seeing that side of them. That mask needs to come off, and they need to show their vulnerability, because that's when you get close, you know. And that's emotional intimacy. You need to have emotional intimacy before you have physical intimacy, because you need to feel that closeness and the love. So let's have a look. Oh, they all just jumped out, so I'm not having them. That's too many of them. I don't think that was a sign. This full moon in Scorpio is affecting me. I feel so... Let's have a look. So the Ace of Swords is the first one out. That's all about, you know, this is about speaking, communicating your thoughts around a situation will get you, you know, the victory that you want. As I say, it's the sword of truth, but it's your truth. It's not somebody else's truth, because we, you know, we all have our own truths. So, and it's about allowing others to have their own, but it's about authenticity. So it's about this is all about communication, and it is upright, so that's nice to see. That's the energies coming in. Oh, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. You know, this is abundance. This is affluence. It's connected to, I mean, on the other one, it's, you know, you see the family unit of grandparents, parents and children and grandchildren. So this can be an inheritance, this can be a property. So thoughts around completing your family, and you can get your family in many different ways, you know, it doesn't have to be blood family, but yeah, so thoughts are around this, getting to the stability. This would be Taurus, the stability, financial stability. You know, it's after the 9 comes, after your independence, you found your way, comes the 10, where you're joining with somebody, you're joining forces with somebody, you're joining your wealth together. You know, you're coming together. The 3 and the 3 is the 6 here, which is the giving and receiving on the female and the male side. The Ace of Coins is there, bang, right in the center of the world, you know, which is something you start off with, something you started off with. And then you've got the 2, which is balancing. It looks as though it's balancing on, the world is balancing on the 2, which is about balance. You know, it's the juggling one, it's the affinity one, looks like an 8, and it's about change, but it's more about balancing, and the world is balanced on there, you see. So and then you've got the 5 there, which can be, you know, that stage in your life where maybe funds are low, or you're not feeling good in your body, you don't feel well, that sort of thing. It's all on the mundane, it's all on the physical. The 5 shows up there, and then the 5 shows up in the middle as well. But then you've got, you know, you've got the 3s, the giving and receiving there. But yeah, sorry, I went on a tangent there, but it's all about completion, completing that family unit that you want, that's consciously done, not done old school from you know, the past, really, from your ancestral patterns. So that's what the thoughts are around. Oh, and we got the King of Pentacles, so very earthly. There you go. There's the Taurus. He's actually showed up in the reading, and you know, you can see here that he's got all his treasure, his gold, his coins. This man doesn't want for anything on a physical level. He doesn't. You know, he's quite comfortably off. You know, he's worked hard to get where he has. You know, he's happy, he's carrying that, he's carrying the world, his world in his hands, look. That's at the center of the world. So he's worked hard on creating his world. You know, he's not somebody that sits on his backside. Very down to earth though, Taurus, very stable is what I'm getting. It is about stability because there's the 10 of coins. It's definitely about stability, and that's what we're working on, what we're working towards, where our relationships are concerned. Oh my God, we've even got the 6 of Pentacles come up. That's one to, oh, wow, what can you say? I did say it was all very earthly, and look at that. I think that's magic. I think it's magic when that happens. Then the cards support, you know, the element of Taurus, of the earth. So yeah, we've got the 6 here, which I was just saying there. On this one, it's, you know, the giving and receiving. This is a female side, this is the male side, and it doesn't matter whether you're 2 women and whatever, because there's always one of them's, or a man, there's either dominant male or dominant female. So it's about giving and receiving, you see, because the scales are here. It's about balance. It's about balance. So you've got to be in a position where you're independent yourself, because that makes you feel good about yourself. This is about generosity, you see. It's about feeling good about yourself, where you're at, to balance the scales. There's got to be equal on each side. So you've got to be doing whatever you need to do, whatever that is for you on a physical level, to bring in this balance. But this new moon in Taurus is all around that, as these cards are showing. And you've got to have a balanced mind. You know, you've got to have a balanced mind and not sway. You've got to be clear about what it is you want in a relationship, so that the universe can bring it to you. And you know, you can't have one scale up and one scale down, because then you're going into sacrifice or victimhood. Yeah, the scales need to be balanced is what I'm getting. So, well, the scales are balanced. What's at the heart of the matter? So 7 of Cups, which is about a choice, and then we've got 5, 6, 7, so that's 7 and 7. That's the healing. Yeah, this is what's at the heart of the matter. So oh, this time goes so quickly. You know, you've got the 6, you've got the 3 here, you've got the 3 there, which makes the 6, and then you've got the 1 in the middle. But she's looking at, this can be a card of illusions. We are obviously, Mercury can be a trickster. That's why you've got to be really careful about the choices you're making. You can't make them unconsciously anymore. You cannot be following your ancestral patterns, that karmic energy. It needs to be cleared now, is what I'm getting. So that's what's at the heart of the matter, because it's on the emotional level. Can you see all the cards? There we go. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. So 1, 2, 3, 4 now. 4. It's very green. These cards are all very green. You know, green like the fresh green dewy grass that's got nourishment in it, and you know, it's soft and very earthly. So the pages, you see, that's something, they're messengers, and it's the like early stages of something. So that can be the younger version, you see, the younger version. So he had an idea then, about how he was going to create his wealth, you see, and he's worked really hard to get that, because you can see to me, that's the younger version of him. He's still standing in the same position, but he's looking back about the idea that he had and how he's manifested or created what he has. And he is a generous man, upright. He's a very generous man. But this could also be a message, you see. It could be because of the scales are there, the 6 is there. You know, it could be a message, someone wanting to send a message, really. He's wanting to send a message concerning this emotional choice, because that's going down there, that will bring, where you join forces, you put your wealth. It doesn't matter, like, it doesn't matter who has more or less. It's not about that. It's about the relationship being equal, on an equal footing. So it's about using your skills and talents, but in different ways. So he will be very practical and down to earth, and you know, he could be your craftsman, your plumber, your electricians, you know, all those very practical things. And you could be totally different. But it's not about how much wealth he's got and how much wealth you've got. It's about joining forces. It's not about needing a man to save you. I'm not talking about that. It's not about a woman saving you either, whichever way round it is. It's not about being rescued. It's about supporting. You know, it's about supporting now and not being in these codependent relationships. So is what I'm sensing with that. Oh, lovely. We've got the 4 of Wands. See, to me, because you've got the 2 doves here, and I was saying about the King of Cups in this deck, the King of Cups, because of the hummingbird, which represents joy. Oh my goodness, this card really does, because it represents joy. The hummingbird in the animal tarot is the King of Cups, you see, and it's all the power of the light. So, and the King of Cups in this deck has the dove over his shoulder, and then it's just 1, and then there you go, you get the 2 joining forces, which I was talking about just now. That's a partnership. The 2 come together, and then you get your 2 of Wands and your 2 of Wands from 2 different people contributing and building these 4 secure, because of Taurus stability. It's about completion. This can represent celebrations, so anniversaries. It can represent a house move, engagement, a wedding, all that sort of thing, really. It's a beautiful card. And even in reverse, it's still a good card. It just might mean that it's delayed, but it's upright. All these cards are upright. Did I reverse them? Maybe I didn't. I can't remember. But then it's meant to happen that way. So yeah, giving and receiving. I'm getting giving and receiving of rings. You know, sometimes you can see the ring on some pictures that the doves are holding. So that's what I'm. And this is like out in the country. Out in the country, this house. Right, can you see all of them? No, you can't even see that, can you? There we go. Let's leave them up there a bit. I think I'm sat in a different place today, so. And then we've got the Page of Swords come up again. See, he's about communication. We've got 2 pages now, so maybe there is going to be communication. Somebody's going to state verbally what the emotional choice that they want, because this is about choices, you see, and that's the healing, and that's the heart of the matter. So this healing card, this choice is really important. So maybe somebody is going to communicate, have the courage to communicate how they really feel. And then so an actual physical message is going to show up, is what I'm getting with that, with the choices that they want to make, you see. Oh, we got the Eight of Swords. Well, you know, she's all about feeling trapped. There's swords, but this is your thoughts. You know, it's on a mental level. It's you thinking negatively and wanting somebody to rescue you, and it cannot be that way, you see. I think that's the myth and the patterns from the ancestral patterns, from, you know, being passed down, is somebody wants to be saved. This is unconscious mind, so it's not that you're aware of it, it's just a pattern of behavior that shows itself. So you know, and we can't have that pattern anymore. We've got to have the equal partnership now. And you can, whenever you feel trapped, you know, you use your sword of truth. And on the other one, these ones, you know, the sword of truth is right in front of her. And so speaking your truth about how you feel will stop you from feeling this way, feeling trapped about a situation. So sharing that message, because he's got it there, you see, he's holding it there, he's holding it in his right hand, so he's going to be giving, he's going to be giving his thoughts, or she, around this situation, to do with this Eight of Swords situation, really, is what I'm sensing with that. Let's have a look what the other cards have, otherwise we won't have time. Or what's underneath. Let's have a look what's underneath. Yeah, it's the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So this is all about holding on. In the other cards, it's the man and sat on the step, and, you know, the holding on. So holding on too tightly. But then it's also a saving card as well, like I've said before. You know, when you need to save for something, because he wouldn't have got what he's got from this position if he hadn't have done that, you see. So but then some people put the material, the finances, before love, and then what's the point in all of that if you can't be generous and share either of your emotions or your, you know, your financial situation. So because you've got to pay it forward. But yeah, he wouldn't have got to that stage without being that. But this is in reverse, so it could be this is what's going on underneath. So maybe there is a letting go. There is a letting go. The choice is going to be made, but it's an emotional choice, because that's the only cups there. So it's an emotional choice. Maybe someone is letting go. Let's have a look at these cards. What are the most important messages, please, Spirit, for this new moon in Taurus? That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the cards are all the Earth cards, and the 7 of Cups is the choice, you see, and that's the healing. Right. Right, yeah, so there's healing around thoughts. Yeah, there's healing around your thinking, because of that card, you know, about feeling trapped when really we're not. So I think that's an ancestral pattern myself. I think that's an ancestral pattern, that one. It's a lot of what's been going on has been on the mental level, and even in my private readings I can see it's on the mental level. So there's healing around the truth of a situation. Let's see what's at the heart of the matter. Oh, the Sun card. Lovely. So, you know, choose happiness. It's about making a choice. Don't do the dark stories from the past like it is in the other videos. I can't remember which is which now. But, you know, don't carry these burdens from your parents, your grandparents, and all their tradition, because that's what it was built upon. It's time for change now, so don't carry that on your shoulders. It's about experiencing a new relationship, a new dynamic of a relationship. So, you know, the Sun card is about optimism and you know, choose wisely, but choose your happiness. Don't choose to have doom and gloom. There is a choice there emotionally, and it is, you know, that could be it. Just choose to be happy. Might not be you know, it's just symbolic. Choose to be happy. Choose the path that brings you happiness. You do have a choice. You don't have to go down this path of doom and gloom. In and around the environment. I was going to do a different spread, but it didn't work for me, so I'm sticking to this one. Right, so this is you know, the fox, that's like trickery. It can be cunning, crafty around this healing, or being crafty to get your needs met. I don't know. Let's pull the other cards. Oh, see, this is an invitation. This is all about an invitation or an event, an invitation. It can represent a party, but this is coming from this King of Pentacles. So, I mean, he is representing Taurus, but it doesn't mean to say he's a Taurian. You know, you can have a strong Taurian somewhere in your chart. So, or he can just be that way archetypally, you know. But yeah, there's an event or something around this Taurus, around this King of Pentacles is what I'm getting. And oh, see, the six of Pentacles is the flowers on top of that, and that's happiness. So that's what's going to bring you happiness, is when you're in an equal relationship, a balanced relationship, not the karmic codependent relationships, you know. So that's about happiness, that card. Yeah, so there's nervousness around this page. So this is about a message, I think, because it's underneath. That's about an invitation or a message. So because it's on that one, so there is some sort of anxiety, whether he's feeling that he wants to send an invitation, like, please, will you come to dinner? Would you go for a coffee, a drink? You know, that's that sort of thing. So maybe that's the physical message, and that's about anxiety and nervousness. So maybe he feels nervous to invite, you know, invite someone for a tea or a coffee or something like that. he feels he will be rejected. Very nervous about sending that, you know, that physical message. Oh, there you go. I said about that being a home. So that's definitely a home. And that's the 10 of coins is working in with that as well. Yeah, it's completion. It's you know, we're human at the end of the day, and you know, your castle is your home, or whatever the saying is. We all need somewhere that we can call a home, and that's loving and supportive, because you know, you can't grow and develop if you don't have this sort of stability. Yeah, there are times in life that we have to live in the unknown, and it causes great anxiety, but you know, I think it's all about stability around a home for this Taurus new moon. I really do. And the 2 doves, it's the dove of peace. It's about bringing peace to a relationship. So whether you're single or whether you're in a relationship, that's what it's about. So yeah, this sword, this page of swords, this is like something that's growing into a good thing, something that's growing, because you've got the sun above it, about a choice. You know, choose the sunshine, choose clarity, choose to have happiness in your life. Yeah, but this is something, you know, that's got roots. So there's something that's rooted, you know, that ancestral. It's about how you communicate, really. But that's something good. Something good is growing, and abundance, and you know, trees are solid. They are unless they get disease. And then we've got the Skaith, which is all about change. So I think the change is because it's on here. How much time have I got that one? So the Skaith change is on here. This is going to change, you know, feeling trapped and feeling anxious. I think it's him, because it goes down here. So feeling trapped and feeling, you know, allowing his thoughts to, or women, but allowing your thoughts to keep you stuck. There is a change there, and that can be sudden change. But I think the change that creates that, and that's the block to send this invitation out, is this needs to happen. This physical message from this person needs to happen to bring about the change, really. And what's underneath? Yeah, there we go. You know, so well, someone's letting go. I see that as someone letting go, because that's right, they're holding on, they're, you know, saving or holding on to their emotions, but this is about letting go. So it is around this invitation, you know, it is around this invitation, this to go for a drink, like I said, or a dinner or something like that. But he's feeling very anxious about actually sending that physical message. So I would suggest that any of you that this resonates with, that you send some healing out via, you know, on a higher level. You ask for permission to speak with his or her higher self, and you ask, you just say to them gently that, you know, you're open to receiving whatever it is that they have to communicate. But you know, that's somebody strong, someone with strength, vitality. So this new home brings vitality. This home, this is where you're going to be really happy. This home is going to bring stability, the Taurus, and it's going to bring vitality. You're going to start feeling a lot better about yourself. I think a lot of the problems has been around this thinking process that he, her has been going through, and there needs to be, I think in the May one, I think that one come back up, but in the other deck it was about someone was still holding on again. But this is the answer that needs to, should we just pull a few cards on the King of, oh yes, we've got time, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, sorry, my mind goes sometimes. The King of Pentacles, please, Spirit. What's the most important messages, please? What's the most important messages, please? For the King of Pentacles. Oh, lovely. The Star card. This is, well, you know, he's feeling hopeful, might be anxious, but this is like a wish, you know, this is healing. So very healing card. The Star is a wish. So maybe he's feeling hopeful and he wants to send this invitation, this message, but there is anxiety around that. But yeah, so he's feeling hopeful. Oh my goodness, there's the Four of Wands again. So it's what he wants to offer, because that's that there, you see. So he wants to offer something. He's got a smile on his face and it's next to the 10. So he might be a little bit crafty about how he's going to go about getting this, or she, you know, how they're going to go about getting this. There might be a little bit of needing a bit of cunning, but as long as it's not in a negative way, as long as it's not the ancestral patterns and the ancestral way, then, but there you go, the Four of Wands, hope and a fresh start, completion, to do with the house. It's around a house or a home that brings happiness, it brings balance. It's lovely. And then let's see, yeah, so he's going to have to have this, he's going to have to take a risk, he's going to have to take a leap of faith, because this is on him. He's going to have to take that leap of faith and send that message, send that invitation out. Come for a drink, please, come for a dinner or something like that. He's going to need to take that leap of faith, because that's the journey, that's the new journey to get this, to get what he wants down there. So lovely. Okay, let's see what the romance angels want to say, if we've got time. Yeah, what are the most important messages, please, romance angels, concerning this reading for the new moon in Taurus? Because then we've got a full moon in Sag. Sag is all about the truth. We've got Saturn retrograding in Sag, so that'll be interesting. I'll try and do that one after this one. If not, it'll have to wait till another day. Right, most important messages. Oh, reconciliation. Now, I know some people say reconciliation is someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, it can be an actual physical person that you've had a relationship with this time, or you've got to know and something happened. It can be that, but it can be that they need to come back in, you see, to complete something, to finish something. It will be that way for some. For others, it will be that person coming back in because there is unfinished business, and you know, and it was what was needing to be done was this letting go, this hanging on to material thinking around material issues, and thinking money is more important than love, because that's the pattern that's been passed down. For some, it will be that there's a reconciliation from someone from the past, that's sorted, and then somebody that's more balanced and more aligned with who you are comes in. But for others, it will be reconciliation with somebody that you haven't even met this lifetime. You might have sensed them, but you haven't had a relationship with them, and they're coming in to connect with you, you know, on a soul contract level, to create this, which Taurus is all about: stability, and our home, feeling at home with ourselves. Right, what's underneath? So yeah, it says release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So that's what I just said. This is what's going on underneath. So you've got to do the energy work of clearing anything from your exes, you know, just anything that's left, things that, material things that you hold on to, material things, it all needs clearing, so that this message can come through. Anything connected to your exes, it all needs doing. Do some energy work with yourself, because that's what's going on underneath as to why this is happening, really. And Archangel Michael, what would you like to say? Yeah, what is the time? 56. Yeah. What's the most important message, please, Archangel Michael? But this King of Pentacles, he's a really nice guy, so, or woman, but I think it's a man. Most of my followers are ladies, so, but I do have quite a few men following, and that's lovely. I welcome you all. So the most important message, Archangel Michael. Prayer will help this situation, so we do need to pray, dear God and Archangel Michael, and anyone else to whom you pray. So whoever it is you pray to, I ask for your divine intervention, and then you describe this situation. I welcome your help, and I trust and follow your guidance with gratitude and grace. I need a miracle and ask that you send one to me and this situation quickly. Thank you, and amen. So it goes back to, you know, pray for help, pray for around this new moon, light your candles, and, you know, don't be attached to it, because Mercury retrograde is about people from your past coming back, but I don't see it as negative. I don't see it as negative. Yes, some people, yeah, it might be, but you've got to make the right choice. But, you know, you've got to discern for yourself what's right for you. But, you know, there's a healing there. You've got to watch your thoughts, because there's a healing there. This is the energy coming in. It's about speaking your truth, and there's healing to be had about releasing your ex and a reconciliation around that. So don't dismiss it, is what I'm getting. But ask for Archangel Michael to help you, and then we'll do ask the angels what is the most important message concerning this. So it's within the next few weeks that this might happen, from this new moon, which is the 6th of April, and then it's saying within the next few weeks, around that time, you know, you might receive that message. But please don't shoot the messenger. I am only a messenger. If it doesn't happen, then that's not, it's not that the reading's not true. It just means, you know, somebody hasn't been brave enough to make that contact, you know, and then it'll carry over to the next month, because they do. There's two people involved and there's not a lot you can do. Spirit does their best, and like I said, it's a Mercury retrograde, so you've got to be really discerning about this, really discerning. You know, I'm about being real, keeping it real. I'm not about illusions and fantasies and fairy tales. You've got to be discerning and see things on a practical level. This is very practical, all the coins here. You know, see things on a concrete level, practical level. Don't be in the air, in the sky. Spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. So let's just read that. Where's my thing gone? Oh goodness. Right. 27. So 2 and 7 is 9. We're in year 9, and we've had the Union of Hearts, didn't we, not so long ago? I can't remember which one it was now. My apologies. Spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Everything happens for a reason. Know that some of the people that come into your life are there just to help teach us a lesson and make a real impact on our life. Whether this is a love, soulmate relationship, or a relationship for growth, it is important to you in this lifetime. So that's what they're saying. That's what I said. It's really important. This is. So this reconciliation, this is what's going on underneath. So don't dismiss it. Be open to it, because there is a spiritual connection. There we go. Okay, have we done it? Yes, I made it in time. I like to do them all because I think they all have their own little message. So very practical, down to earth reading, and I hope it serves you in finding, you know, remember, it's about the choice. You don't want to be going down that path again. You want freedom. You want the freedom to be innocent like a child, and get back to our own innocence. So yeah, okay then. Please put your thumbs up and share. Thank you to all of those that do share my videos. I really appreciate it, and liking them and subscribing, because that's your gift back to me. And I love you all. My heart goes out to you all, and may love shine for the month of May. Okay, I'll see you back here for the full moon in Sagittarius, which I think is the 22nd. I'm not too sure. Okay then, lots of love. Bye for now.